The Zone is the name given to an area just west of downtown Phoenix. The area is a huge homeless encampment that has had at times upward of 1,000 people living in the area. The Zone is generally considered to be from about 7th Avenue to 16th Avenue and from Jefferson Street to railroad tracks just south of Jackson Street. The Zone has historically been plagued with crime. This includes drug use, violence, including people burned alive, and many other criminal issues. In 2022, several owners of businesses located around the Zone sued the city of Phoenix. They argued that the city of Phoenix had created, maintained, and failed to abate a public nuisance in the neighborhood, and had done so by refusing to enforce quality of life laws prohibiting loitering, disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct, drug use, domestic violence, and many more. The city of Phoenix argued that it had discretion in how it addressed the situation in the Zone. Before going to a full trial, the Superior Court in Maricopa County issued a preliminary injunction. The court ordered the city to abate the nuisance and be prepared to show efforts and successes at trial. In this week's video, we will cover some of the highlights in the Maricopa Superior Court's findings and legal analysis in Brown versus the City of Phoenix. I'm Steve Serbalik, and I'm a panel attorney for ASCOPS in Arizona. There is a lot of information in the court's findings, and the whole document is linked in the description below. For now, I want to highlight some of the main points. 1. The court found that Phoenix basically stopped enforcing criminal and quality of life laws in 2019. Due to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruling in Martin versus City of Boise. In that case, the Ninth Circuit held that municipalities could not enforce public camping laws against homeless individuals who do not have access to adequate temporary shelter. In this case, the Superior Court found that Phoenix erroneously applied this as precluding the enforcement of camping laws anytime the homeless population exceeded the number of available shelter beds. The Superior Court said that although some people may not have access to adequate temporary shelter, many people were cited as refusing services for things like not wanting to follow rules and curfews, criminal backgrounds and addiction, large amounts of items, wanting to live with pets, and many other factors. Interestingly, the court found that Phoenix also stopped enforcing health, quality of life, and even some criminal laws and ordinances in the Zone. The Superior Court determined that it became the strategy of city personnel to keep people who were inside the Zone, homeless or not, out of the criminal justice system. The Superior Court noted testimony that police officers were told that the Zone was, quote, off limits to enforcement. 2. The city transported homeless individuals into the Zone. Courtesy rides for homeless into the Zone and migration into the Zone because of the lack of enforcement meant the increase in population continued to grow. 3. There was a dramatic increase in violent crime in the Zone, including assaults and homicides. Police officers responded on multiple occasions to situations involving burned or burning human bodies in the Zone, including that of a burned, deceased newborn baby found lying in the street, and a man found burned alive in a dumpster. Employees of businesses in and around the Zone had been violently attacked, and they faced verbal confrontations with homeless individuals almost daily. 4. The court found there was a massive increase in drug activity in the Zone since 2018. This includes the use of needles and the smoking of dangerous substances, such as fentanyl and methamphetamine. Individuals in the Zone often smoke these dangerous substances by the doors and windows of businesses and homes. And, in a direct quote from the findings, quote, the fentanyl-tainted pieces of tinfoil blow around in the wind and come into contact with residents, business owners, their employees, and even their children, end quote. There are frequent overdose cases on the property of area businesses and driveways. The court noted that residents and business owners routinely find used needles on their properties, in addition to pieces of tinfoil with burned residue of fentanyl pills all over the sidewalk. The court found that business owners and property owners often find intoxicated, unconscious individuals sleeping right up against and/or on the patios of their properties and businesses. There are so many examples of the issues the court found in the zone. I wish I could get to them all. In one particular example, a business installed artistic structures around the right-of-way to discourage homeless from setting up tents after the area was temporarily cleared. The city informed the business it would need a permit, so the business filed for one and was denied. The city relied on Phoenix City Code Section 31(9)B, which makes it, quote, unlawful for any person to temporarily or permanently place, construct, maintain, or install a minor encroachment in the public right-of-way, end quote. The irony is obvious. The court also said the city was unlikely to clean up the zone unless it was forced to do so, citing that the city had taken no action until the preliminary injunction was issued. The court expressed hope, though, saying, quote, if permitted to do their jobs, law enforcement officers assigned to the zone are capable of dramatically impacting crime in the area, end quote. At the end of the day, the court concluded that although municipalities have discretion in how they enforce some of their statutes and ordinances, they do not have discretion in whether they comply with those statutes. Because of the findings, the court ordered the city to abate the nuisance and clean up the area and maintain it for the future. Again, this is just a small part of the findings, which are linked below. I encourage you to read it yourself. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions on effective leadership, leave them in the comment section down below. As always, please like, subscribe, and make sure your notifications are turned on, as it helps these videos go to more officers. Be on the lookout for new videos. They come out every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Arizona time. I'm Steve Cerbalic. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.